Alright, jumping into the makeup tutorial, I'm going to take the KARITY matte palette in the shade Wicked, and I'm using a fluffy blending brush to first apply this all over my crease from inner to outer corner in circular motions until it's fully blended out. Then I'm going to be jumping into the shade Medusa, which is a deeper green shade, and I'm using a Real Techniques blending brush to apply this the same exact places that I applied the first shade Wicked. However, I'm going to keep it a little bit lower so we have a nice gradient blend when it comes to these two eyeshadows. And I'm going to kind of do that whole technique with this look just to slowly build it up and have a nice dimension to the eye, especially when we go to cut the crease later on. Now I'm taking a little bit more of Wicked and just blending out that dark green. Now I'm dipping into the shade Enchant, which is a really pretty blue shade. I'm taking like a shader packer brush just to place this onto the crease. I'm not blending it out yet, I'm just packing on that color. And then I'll go ahead and start to blend it out and blend it into the green shades. I do have a little bit more of Medusa on my brush when blending this out. And just to apply a little bit more blue, I'm taking this on a separate blending brush and just applying that blue shade again. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with more of the first green shade that we used, Wicked, just to make sure everything, like I said, is nicely blended. The next shade I'm going in with is this deep navy blue color, and I really like this color. It's such a pretty navy blue, and it's not too pigmented, so you get to build it up to the nice intensity that you want without it getting really messy and crazy all over the lid. So I'm doing the same technique that I did with the first blue shade by just patting it onto my crease area and then blending it out with a little bit of Enchant. Now dipping into the shade Luxuria, I'm going to apply this to my brow bone just to highlight this area, and I didn't want to use a shimmer, I wanted to keep this all matte, so that's why I chose to use a matte eyeshadow for it. Now before jumping into cutting the crease, I'm applying with a smaller detail brush a little bit more of that navy blue shade just to really deepen the crease and outer corner. And to cut my crease today, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Cosmetics Camo Concealer. It's very full coverage and works perfectly to cut your crease and to prime your eyelids as well. That's what I used today. And I'm just using a very small, thin brush to do a little half-cut crease action. I do mess up here and get a little bit of concealer onto my crease, but you'll see how I fix it. Later on in the video, I'll go ahead and apply some more pigment over that concealer spot, and it ends up looking flawless in the end, so I wasn't too worried about it. Now I'm going to take this really pretty pastel blue to apply all over my lid. I wasn't actually planning on going in with this shade, but when I started to cut the crease and the concealer was mixing in with the blue and the green shadows, I was like, ooh, this actually looks really nice and matches the color in the palette perfectly. So I went ahead and used a flat brush to apply it all over my lid. And then I'll go ahead and start to blend out the outer corner into that blue just so there's no harsh lines. Alright, so before jumping into applying false lashes, I'm going to take my Essence liquid liner and just line my upper lash line with this. I feel like it gives a nice lash blend, if you will, applying black liner so there's no gap or anything in between your real lashes and your false lashes. It's just a really seamless eyelash blend, like I said. And now I'm going to take some mascara just to coat my lashes, and then I'm going to be pairing the 614 lashes. I'm actually going to be stacking two pairs on top of one another. I just think it looks really, really pretty, and I love doing this, especially with these lashes, so I definitely recommend it. And then lastly, I'm going to give my lashes a curl just so they can all be fused together, and then we can move on to the lower lash line, which is very simple. I went ahead and primed my lids with the same concealer I used to cut the crease. And now I'm applying all the shadows that I applied on top, on the bottom, in the same exact order that I applied them. So the light green, dark green, blue, dark blue, etc. And then I'll go ahead and coat my lower lashes with mascara. This is the Catrice mascara. I love this for my lower lashes. I feel like it makes them look nice and full and gets every individual lash. And then to highlight my inner corner, I'm going to be using the highlight I used for that day, which is the Anastasia and AMREZY highlighter. And that's going to wrap up this tutorial, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!